Hello and welcome to BikeWale. What we have here with us today is Honda's latest offering, the CB500X. It belongs to Honda's 500cc family that also includes a naked bike, a sports bike and a cruiser. All these motorcycles have been available in the international markets for a long time now. Perhaps eventually the naked and the sports version will also come to India in the coming days. But why has Honda launched the CB500X first? One of the main reasons for this is the growing popularity of adventure tourers in India. Now, if you people have been following the internet, there has been a lot of ranting about its pricing. So we too believe that the pricing is quite steep. But is there really something in this bike that is worth paying so much money? And should you even consider buying it? Watch the video till the end to find out, to get all these answers. But before that, make sure you have subscribed to our channel if you haven't already and click on the bell icon. Let's start with the design. In flesh, the CB500X looks sleek, sporty and quite tall. The front gets a sharp beak-like panel sitting under its geometric-looking headlamp. Signifying its touring intentions is a tall windscreen that can be adjusted manually. Move on to the side and there are angular and minimalistic panels which mix up with the sculpted fuel tank. Sitting under the single-piece seat is an exposed tubular frame and a stubby tail section. In a nutshell, it might not attract too much attention on the road, but it's a well-proportioned and likable looking motorcycle. The CB500X doesn't leave a room for complaints. May it be the paint job, the fitment of panels, the switchgear, everything is put together pretty well. Let's talk about the heart of the matter now. Propelling the bike is a 473cc parallel twin-cylinder engine that churns out around 46 bhp of power and 43.2 Nm of peak torque. Now these figures aren't extraordinary and they are close to how much the 390 Adventure produces. But out on the road, the CB500X feels very relaxed, very refined, and there is oodles of torque in the mid-range, especially after 3500 RPM. I really like the way the CB500X sounds. When you crank up the engine at low RPMs, it settles into a deep guttural exhaust note, but when you rev it hard, it turns into a raspy and bassy sounding machine. Let me crank up the engine for you to listen to its exhaust note. The CB500X doesn't treat you with an explosion of power anywhere in the rev band. Instead, it starts pulling away cleanly from low revs and there's a linear but quick build-up of pace until it reaches its red line. The engine feels unstressed even at speeds of 120 kmph. It can stay there all day long and there's enough power in reserve to pull off overtakes effortlessly. On the other hand, its low-speed ride is also forgiving and you can do 40 kmph even in 6th gear. What else you'll appreciate in the city is its super light clutch and the 6-speed gearbox that is sleek and smooth, and nowhere did we experience false neutral. The CB500X is based on tubular steel type frame. It rides on 19-inch front wheel and a 17-inch rear wheel that are suspended by telescopic forks and a monoshock. Meanwhile, braking is handled by a 310mm disc at the front and a 240mm disc at the rear. So the cycle parts look pretty basic on paper, but the overall setup works like a charm on the move. Weighing at 199 kg, the CB500X is definitely not light, but all the weight of the bike disappears as you get going. Thanks to its low center of gravity and good weight distribution, the CB500X feels stable, responsive and light on its feet. You can chuck it around in the city and lean into corners with confidence. But while going fast around tight bends, the rear feels a bit jiggly, but not to the extent of being scary. Even while standing up and riding, the CB500X feels pretty flickable and obedient. The suspension setup is tuned on the softer side and minor surface imperfections are ironed out seamlessly. Even the large speed breakers and potholes are dealt with good pliancy, but only if you go easy and slow. The presence of alloy wheels and a ground clearance of 181mm means it is not an outright off-roader. but you can still enjoy going through rough terrain at controlled speeds as the suspension setup goes on soaking up things neatly. Moreover, the block pattern Dunlop tires help its case further by providing good grip and feedback for the most part. As for the brakes, the front disc delivers a good balance of initial bite, progression and feel, and even the ABS is not too intrusive. But the rear brake needs to have a better bite. This middleweight Honda gets a large negative LCD display that shows info like speedometer, tachometer, odometer, dual trip meters, fuel level, fuel consumption, a gear position indicator and much more. All the info has been spread out in a clean layout and things are pretty legible on the go and even under bright sunlight. Considering this is a premium motorcycle, a Bluetooth-enabled TFT console would have surely added brownie points. But nevertheless, this existing LCD console gets the basic job done pretty well. Apart from that, there's a 17.7 litre fuel tank which should make sure that your fuel stops aren't frequent on your long rides. And then there's this large and wide grab rails which will be really helpful in mounting huge luggage during your long rides. Now coming to the comfort, the CB500X scores really high in this department. Firstly, the seat height at 830mm doesn't sound very friendly, but once you hop on the motorcycle, as you can see, I can plant both my feet easily on the ground. Now I'm 5 feet 11 inches, even shorter riders will find it easily manageable. As for the handlebar, it is easy to reach, it is tall and the seat cushioning is also adequate, so the overall ergonomics are properly suitable for long distance riding. And when you're going through trails and you want to stand up, because of the slim midsection of the bike, you can easily hold on to the fuel tank easily and you have to lean a bit, but it doesn't get really uncomfortable. To sum it all up, the Honda CB500X wins your heart in many aspects. It's a very uncomplicated and friendly motorcycle. You talk about its performance, ride quality, handling, tires, brakes, its comfort. It satisfies you in almost all aspects. So you can tour on it, you can commute on it every day and you can occasionally take it to soft trails as well. But the biggest chink in its armor is the amount of money Honda is asking for this bike. It is priced at Rs 6.87 lakh ex-showroom and that is pretty steep. Whereas its closest rival, the Benelli TRK502, is around 2 lakh cheaper than this bike. And by paying just a slight premium over the CB's pricing, you can get the Kawasaki Versys 650, which is much more powerful and has slightly more premium set of hardware. But if you are ready to pay the exorbitant price tag and you want a mid-size, versatile and reliable adventure tourer from Honda, the CB500X is a brilliant motorcycle and it can do almost everything. But you have to remember, it is available only through Honda's premium big wing dealerships that are as of now available only in select cities in India.